Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we're the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today we're going to go over the simple self-treatment for neck popping, cracking, and grinding. And we're also going to tell you when you should worry about that.
Sure.
You know, as if you don't have nothing to worry about. By the way, you know, if you're listening to us for the first time, or our microphones went out.
Right.
So you're going to maybe notice a difference. If you aren't listening to us for the first time, you compare us to other videos, it's going to be weird sounding. But we'll get them fixed, and with next week we should be back on track again.
Right. And, you know, this is something different anyway, so that's kind of nice to mix up life.
And if you are new to our channel,
There
please
you
take a
go.
second to subscribe to us. We provide videos on the Stay Healthy, Fit, Pain-Free. We upload every day. Also, Brad, if you want to do your job, get over to Facebook and like us. Just take a minute out of your day to do that. We are at Bob and Brad. There we go. And we'll give you some positive vibes.
There you go.
You feeling, Brad?
Oh, yeah.
All right, generally, when you hear popping, cracking, people are always surprised at this, aren't they, Brad? A lot of patients I have, they think that it's something they only have.
Right. And it's always louder to the person that has it because your neck is so close to your ears and it's like...
It vibrates through the bones. I
Right.
think, almost.
It's just much louder and always sounds much worse. And, you know, sometimes it's the pop. Sometimes it's what we call crepitus, or like, I always say like Rice Krispies.
Sure.
Which is two different things, which we're going to get into.
That's right. And you know, the first time, generally this stuff is harmless. I mean, let's first start off by saying that, Brad. I want to take away your worry. We'll tell you a couple instances which you may want to get it checked out. But your neck is deteriorating almost from age 20 and on. So,
But don't get too worried. It's not like it's going to fall apart.
Right.
It's a slow process. It's like getting gray hair, but starting a little bit.
yeah, it's all part of life, unfortunately. And the alternative isn't a great one, you know. So,
Yeah.
so generally, and if you're, we're going to show you how to do a test here. First off, because generally with the popping sound is a release of gas, nitrogen gas. And you say when it goes from liquid to solid, or what is it? What's it
It goes
called?
from liquid to a gas.
Liquid to a gas.
Cavitation. You know, if you're into physics, you understand how that works with.
Well, it's like cracking your knuckles.
Right.
So
Right.
if that's what's going on in your neck and it pops, whatever action you did to create the pop, repeat it. And if
Right.
it doesn't pop the second time, that means it was probably gas. Because it takes a while for that gas to build up again.
Right, yeah, or for the gas to turn into a liquid, then it's gonna pop, whatever, it takes some time. It's like when you pop your knuckles, you pop them once and then they won't pop for another 10 or 15 minutes or
yeah. So if I go crack and I check it again and it doesn't crack, then it's unlikely that, you know, then it's likely the nitrogen gas.
It's cavitation.
All right, when to worry. If you get pain with every crack and every pop, then in that instance, it still could be like arthritis.
Sure.
I mean, and that's not uncommon at all. But then in that instance, you might want to get checked out.
Yeah.
You may try the exercises we're going to show you and
Sure.
see if that helps. The other occasion would be if it starts cracking after a traumatic accident or some type of trauma. You hurt your neck. You know, you maybe were you maybe got a little whiplash or something like that.
Right.
And if it cracks along with pain, then in that instance you definitely want to
Yeah,
get checked
go
out.
in, they'll probably take x-rays, whatever it takes to assure that there's no problem.
By the way, Brad, if you have the habit of cracking your neck, try these exercises too. This might help break you of it. A lot of people crack, and that's not necessarily good. I mean, it doesn't lead to arthritis or anything.
Some people do it just to annoy other people.
That's what you think, Brad.
No, I had some friends when I was younger, they'd crack their neck just because it would be loud enough you could hear it. And
Sure.
Oh, don't do that.
All right. Well,
Sorry, I got off on a
he
tangent.
lives an interesting life. All right, so let's start off with the first exercise, Brad. We just got 4 exercises, and what you're doing is, if you have arthritis in your neck, by the way, these are going to be good for you too, because we're trying to maximize range of motion in your neck. First one is the one that we have done ad nauseum, which means that you may get a little bit sick even watching this, but you're going to do chin tucks.
But we do it because it works well.
Yeah, they're fantastic to do. So
Okay.
Brad's going to show you, I'm going to show you from this angle, and what you're doing is you're basically backing your head up.
So we're not going down like this.
And we're not going up like this. We're
Right.
going just straight back, like someone's taking a pie and throwing it in your
There you
face.
go.
Or if someone undesirable is trying to kiss you,
Yeah,
so
ooh.
then you probably go like this too. All right, What I want to add to that though is you're going to go ahead and do some overpressure with it.
Sure.
Now you can do that with the web of your thumb, or you can do it with a couple fingers, but you're going to again just give a little overpressure. And sometimes by doing these motions, it helps smooth out a roughened neck, you know, like if it's starting to get arthritis in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like getting the rust out of it.
Yeah, and it's maximizing your range of motion, which a lot of times will decrease the pain. Now, if you're doing these things and it hurts, what I want to see is after you finish, does the neck feel better? Because you can actually do it if it hurts a little bit, if it feels better afterwards.
Right.
But if it hurts and then afterward it still hurts, then don't do it.
And one thing is, when Bob says gentle, we mean gentle. You're not going to go in there and push really hard. It's just a gentle stretch. A stretch pain is all you should feel, no sharp pain.
All right, let's go to number 2.
Two, yes.
Number 2 is we're going to do rotations. And make sure you have very good posture when you're doing all these. Because if you go like this and you're slumped and you do rotations, this is not good for your neck. It's just not doing
It
right
actually kind of hurts just doing it.
It
like
does,
that.
yeah. So good posture, and then we're going to start the rotation. You're going to rotate to the right, and rotate to the left. And you want to do these, what do you think, 5 to 10 times, Brad?
Yep, I would say that would be a good number to start with.
And the same thing with this now. You're going to add some rotation with overpressure. So
Right.
again, you can just take your fingers and rotate like this.
Usually right on the jaw is a good place to do it.
Now, if you want to do a little more of an advanced stretch, Brad, you can actually grab like this and give it a little stretch like that. But generally, the fingers are going to be enough.
Because, you know, there's going to be some of those guys out there.
Yeah, right.
Take their head right off.
Yeah, it's a little too much enthusiasm. So you want to, again, maximize your rotations. If one side really hurts a lot, work the other direction
Right.
for a while, and sometimes that one will come back then
Sure.
on its own. All right, side bending. Again, very good posture, and in fact, a lot of times we even have people do a chin tuck before they do the side bending. Chin tuck and then bend to the side.
This is a direction where I usually get some popping and cracking going on. With
I can feel some cracking right now, Brad, because as a habit, I go like this when I'm writing my notes.
Sure.
So I'm tight this way, so I do this one all the time, and this is the magical one for me. This is the one that will take away my pain. This is the one that feels good. And then I'll do the overpressure with this too.
Again, on this 5 to 10 reps is probably a good place to start 5, and you can work up to 10.
Yeah, and look, he's taking his fingertips and he's not grabbing his whole noggin there.
Yeah, be good to your melon.
All right, the final one we're going to do is some extension. So you're going to go ahead and go back like this. Again, good posture. This is one where we're not going to do overpressure. You want to show it with a towel, Brad?
Yeah, that's a good idea. 'Cause it can be very.
Yeah, this is one that a lot of people have trouble with. This is one that a lot of people are tight on because it is a direction we normally don't go unless you paint ceilings or do sheetrock or something like that.
Right. So here.
He's pulling down on the towel, and it really gives some nice support. And
This I'll usually go back
and lean
to the
against the
back,
chair.
rest, some support here. And we have some variations. I don't know if we want to get into that, Bob, where we go up like this.
I think let's just keep it simple,
Yeah.
Brad. So, a great one, again, the further and further, you want to go further with, it's going to feel better generally, the more range of motion you get back,
Yeah.
so.
If you have any symptoms of dizziness or nausea, then you stop that. You do not
Yeah,
continue.
exactly.
It should feel good, a good stretch all the way through.
I feel good.
Wow, Bob.
All right.
We're in rare form today.
All right, thanks for watching.